Fructose drums.
And today we're asking the question, to snowboard or not to snowboard?
We say
Snowboard!
On this episode, we're going to get a little bit personal. Get your minds out of the gutter, not that kind of personal. We're going to talk about our snowboarding journey, how it began, the ups and the downs, why we love it, and we're going to ask the question, how old is too old to shred? So if you're considering snowboarding, maybe hearing what we have to say might help you decide whether to snowboard or not to snowboard.
I remember growing up as a young Tapir. My cooler cousin, Buck, was a skateboarder. And I went over to his house one winter, and he had a skateboard deck with no wheels, but a rope attached to the front. And we went out in the creek bed in the back, and we felt like Shaun White in the half pipe if we could just make it from the top to the bottom without falling on our butts. It was then that my love for snowboarding was born.
Woohoo! Look at me! No hands! When I was a kid, I did a lot of tubing and sledding, but I never stood up and traversed down the hill. I didn't do that until I was an adult.
And look at her now. She's like a regular Shaun White. Fast forward 10 years, and I moved to the Cascade Mountains of Oregon, where my buddy works at a ski resort. And one day he's like, "Do you want to go up to the ski resort and pick up my last check with me?" And I was like, "Yes!" On that day, I saw the mountain, and I vowed I would be back to ride.
And he drugged me along with him. I honestly don't know if I ever would have tried snowboarding had it not been for Sad's ultra, mega, super duper excitement.
My vow to ride. You know, vows are important. You gotta do them. And boy, I couldn't have asked for a better snowboarding buddy. JoJo got her butt kicked by the mountain, let me tell you.
I basically broke my butt.
And not in the good way.
You can break your butt in a good way?
No comment.
Our first day, our very first run, Sad stood up and rode down the hill like he knew what he was doing, that son of a bitch.
Like Shaun White. I was hooked. I was hooked from that day on.
It took me a little bit longer to get there, but I got hooked too. And now I have the need for speed.
For the next 4 years, we spent as many days on the slopes as we could, and we enjoyed every single one of them. During this time, I was also dealing with an addiction to high fructose corn syrup and video games like no one's business. Those things lead to being overweight, out of shape, and when you do that in your snowboarding, you tend to get injured. And I got injured. I got injured multiple times.
And that led to a teeny little insignificant, not very important 10-year break.
And here we are, 10 years later, healthier than ever, riding more than ever, free of our addiction to high fructose corn syrup, and learning new skills, pushing our boundaries, and enjoying snowboarding now more than ever.
Turning 40 was such a blessing. We learned to connect to our bodies, listen to them, and learn how to become healthier people. Hopefully, this allows us to make it to 70 snowboarding when they give you a free pass.
And we ain't never gonna stop.
Shaun White at 70, baby!
Shaun White 70 and a half pipe.
If you're thinking about snowboarding or new to snowboarding, keep in mind that it is worth all of the pain and the hardship for that view from the top.
If you like this video, check out all our other content. And please like, subscribe, and share. And always remember,
Do something you love.
with someone you love, especially if you're by yourself.
And we love the shit out of you.
Hey everybody, Sad Tapir here.
And I'm JoJo Strauss.
And today we're asking the question, to snowboard or not to snowboard? We say
snowboard.
That is so cool. This is